Morning guys, Tonk here. Bob and I are putting a bore down. We get a bit of an idea how you go about it. We're not worried here because we're down the beach. If this was somewhere else, it wouldn't be showing you anything at all. But you get it. This is your bottom. This is just looks like we found it here and looks like someone shot a heap of holes in it. But you start off, what's your first piece you use? About 2 metres long, Bob, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, your first bit of casing you want, and you're going to have joiners like a different joiner, but you want, so you can just keep making them. But in the bottom here, so your water, you're getting along the edge here, and you can sharpen that up a little bit because this case has got to go down. That one's in the ground there at the moment. You can see 4 metres or more. And we're just digging. And you get your angle grinder. I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can just you get your angle grinder and you slot him. And you move him round, slot him again. Up here. Like that. You go around the whole thing for about the first metre or 3 foot up the pipe, and that's what lets the water in. The coarser grains of sand build up on that edge of that, and then that lets the water run through. It keeps the fine sand, well, tries to keep it out. You might need a few more than that, but that's the gist. That's what you got to do for the bottom piece. Then you get your shovels, you dig a hole down about 1 metre square, batter it in, then put your auger. I'll get you the auger and show you the auger. This is a 5-piece one that you can buy off eBay. It's got the auger bit on the end here. If you could, make sure these are sharp and you get a piece. This has got a pig's penis on it that's spiral, so a worm, sorry, not a pig's penis, a worm that digs in like a wood borer. And see, it bolts together in 5 sections. You want it to bolt together. Most pumps will pump up about that height, or you got to go double pump. You put one on the bottom, then halfway up you put another one in it to pump it out. So, and then you got to have a lot more extensions. It's harder. So then you start as you dig down a couple of metres, and you put your first bit of pipe in. You need 100mm auger with 100mm sewer pipe we use. So then you tap him down with a block of wood. You get a buddy block of wood like that and a hammer. You sit her on top. I'll put this over here again and explain it a bit as I'm going. Yeah, you get your, as you take the hole down so the sand doesn't keep collapsing in on it, you just tap this down. She's hit the solid. Once you get down there in various positions, and spots along the coast here, there's I'll just switch it off. I haven't got any, but it's like a shell stone. It's packs from about foot deep to nothing, isn't it? Yeah. And you got it. Once you get through that, you're into. Bob says he's the expert. Here he is up there, the old cudger. He reckons you go into white fine sand, and that's what the water's in, under that rock. So yeah, this is what we're doing at the moment. And then because we've hit rock here at the moment down the bottom, we got to get this thing here. We found this and we bloody manufactured up, and we'll show you what you got to do with that. And you got to bust through the rock. We just had a cup of tea and a spell. He slides down the floor. And you got to punch through the rock and you let him drop. Shark on the end. And you do it like this, do you? So you punch through the rock. Look at the next
3 days.
Yeah, that's right. Bob put one down and it took 3 days to get through that rock. But I mean, that's with cup of teas and yahooing and dinner times and
A couple of cans of brandy.
yeah, that's right, to celebrate an inch. So yeah, see you pull him up. That's dropping. Well, there's the top of it. 1, 2. Oh no, it's dropping. It's got about 1.5 meters drop with the length of that pipe as well, and it's nearly 1 metre or so long. 1.5 meters long, so yeah, just keep going. If it was twice that weight, it'd be nice, but then you got to lift it up the bore all the time. So we're just going to keep punching away there till we can get that through. And then once you're through that, what it does is you get down here and you start hitting stuff with all this shell in it. And you know you're starting to get down close to the water. You got to bust through that. It's like a sandstone
Conglomerate.
of this packed over bloody, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Maybe 500,000 years, I don't know how many long it is, but it turns into rock and it's just shell. And you got to break that up and get that out, and like I said, it could be foot thick, it could be none. Bob put a couple of bores in and he hit nothing, just straight down. He was finished in 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
And that was with the water ready to use. But we'll put this in here, and when you finish you get down here and you put a cap on it like that. Bob generally writes how deep the water is, and just to give him a bit of a detail on it, then you cut that off down low or punch him in deeper, and you fill it in, and then you mark them where they are. Otherwise, unscrupulous people up here fill them in with bloody soft drink bottles and sand, and everything's about water up here. And like I said, that's about 4 meters in, isn't it? So
Yeah.
And you just cut them in. Bob said about 1 metre long with joiners is the best. Start off with 2 meters and then the next couple on top.
Right.
Otherwise you can't get this auger in here. It makes it hard to get the auger if it's this high. You know, you got to get that. I'll pull this out and show you. So then you got to get the auger. And he comes up, and then when you do it, you make sure when you're under a tree, you got to high enough to lift your auger up to go in the bore. Otherwise you can't get it above your head. He goes down the bore steady, not like me, bash all the way down, and then you try and cut through that rock. It's hard, and like the auger tip could do with the little cutters on it, and the spiral worm would help a lot to cut through this rock. Yeah, so we're just going to keep going here today until we get through that rock. Every little T-speed helps. Hey? Oh, yeah, and you fall arse over it because you're dizzy. See, this one's playing up a bit. She's just off line a bit. As I didn't stand, you got to get that bore case nice and straight. So when the auger, oh yeah, look at that. See, hit my shell there. See all that in there? That's all this hard shell grit rock that you're crushing up, and that we're getting down and see the moisture in it. There's a lot of moisture in there, so we're getting close. Once you get through that rock, you're in the water. I've never done it before. I'm not an expert. I'm claiming fame here that I don't deserve. But this is why I was happy to put one down, so I don't become a true pennyite. If you can't call yourself one unless you put a bore there, I reckon, or participated in it. It's like anything, you got to do the hard yards to appreciate it. because otherwise you do silly things like uncover them and people find them and bloody leave shit in them and turd down them and do horrible things. One of our friends had a beautiful bore up there. It was about the depth of this, 5 metres, and the bloody thing, they come back up and it was all full of sand and crap. But they're right along here. But you got to have precise measurements to find them once you put them in, or us, you're just off a tree, you know. And we don't mind this area because we probably never, if the other area's open, we'll probably never come back here. Why I was allowed to film it. But that's about it. You just got to work down there till you get through that rock, and then you tap the bore, keep pushing the bore down as you go deeper. Then there's another process. You get a long piece of conduit with a tin on it, and that's purging the bore, I think it's called, isn't it? Or plunging the bore.
Yeah.
And that pulls the sand out, and then the sand is replaced by water, and that's what you want around that 750 to a metre of water in your bore, and it's good value then, eh?
Yep.
You can't seem to, once you get in it, you don't seem to be able to pump it dry, eh?
No, it's 25.
Yeah. But you just, along this strip down here, for some reason, it seems to be this band of concrete, as they call it, seems to be here everywhere, doesn't it?
It is.
Especially right amongst the trees, anyway. We did find another bore the other day that's got water in it, so we know we've got it. That's why we started to put our own down. I went for a drive and, oh, there's a bore. Well, it was a cap 2-inch thing, and I put the hose down, there's water in it, so we tested the depth, and it was about 4 and a bit metres, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we said, oh shit, we'll try again. We hit the same thing over near my camp, but there was no sign of, Bob reckoned it was no hope, you know. It was, he reckoned it might have got water at say 11 metres or something, you know. It was just, but at least here we're a lot lower and a chance of getting it, aren't we?
For sure.
The signs are a lot better. So yeah, I know this is boring to some, but this is just what happens when you hit it and it's hard. You got to do it. But yeah, one of those things there, I bought Bob bought the first one, around that $100, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sort of delivered. I think I paid $120 or something. They're going up a bit. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can get them up to 7 if you want, but if you're coming up and you want to put one down, bring your big lump of steel just in case. Bring your auger, bring your 5 metres of bore casing and increments of joiners. And have a go.
And a pump.
Oh yeah, what do you use? A Japsco, isn't it? Number 2.
Yeah, or sea flow.
Yeah, Seaflow or Japsco, yeah. If you want tap water to your camp, go Japsco, and it's got the pressure valve in it that cuts off. If you just want to pump it into buckets or containers and get it out, go Seaflow or something like that with a 5 metres of hose on it or something. 5 or 6 metres, aren't you?
Yeah.
And make sure your cables are long enough. I'll show you that too, what you need. I've done little bits, but this is my first full time, well, half full, because we're still not there yet. But we are making progress because I pulled out half an auger of stuff there. You got to go around the bore a little bit and try and get it hitting at different angles, so you, without getting that casing down, you virtually, if you can't get that down into the water and stop the shit coming in, you're not going to get water. Well, you'll get it, but it'll just keep clogging up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. have a go so you're on the video.
Nobody can see
Yes,
me.
they do. This is the master.
I've got one.
He's on. We're ice fishing. See, there you go. He's got the masterful stroke. The only true gentleman up here. Bob Gentleman is his name. To you that don't know Bob, and to you who know what I'm talking about, there is a gentleman. He just made me a cup of tea. Say something wise, Bob.
That's a bit hard when you haven't got any wise ones in you.
Yeah.
There's a new word for you, wiseman.
Yes.
Sounds like water in there.
Yeah, it's going good, I reckon.
The important thing is to make sure that your casing's vertical.
Yeah, that's what I, yeah. See how it's going in an angle? That was my mistake.
But he's done a good job.
All right, I'll do a little bit more and I'll shut you down. And then I might show you if we get through and finish it off, we'll show you the purge and later
The baler.
the barling, sorry.
Baler.
Barling the ball, sorry. Not barling the pigs.
Baling it out.
And then we'll see we'll see. If you see no more, you know we haven't hit water.
Yeah.
She was a dead loss and we had a cup of tea and
Went fishing.
yeah.
The amazing thing is, you're 30 metres from the ocean and you get fresh water.
Yeah, that spins you out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's big swamps in the back here. When they fill up in the wet season, then they must soak down into the, and then it comes out over the dry season, or even the wet season it comes out. It seems to flow out all the time.
Yeah.
And the bore will rise a bit more water when the tide's full.
Yeah.
Sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And some of this water does smell a little bit like a bit sulphury, but you leave it in a bucket overnight and it's gone. I drink it straight out of the bore after a while.
He's got a long straw that reaches down.
Yeah, oh, she's a beauty. Yeah, but I've never done this, so this is all bloody good for me. The boys wanted to do it. There's another chap we know, I won't mention his name. Lovely bloke. And it's yeah, he was a pretty secretive sort of fella. Right, I'll give the Auger a go again, and it's just a matter of repeating. Bob said the last one he did was hard like this took 3 days or something, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, before they finished her up. But I think they might have went fishing in between then, I'm not sure.
No, we didn't.
They just kept at it.
Got a metre of water though.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, you can do a little bit better auger than I got here. So it actually gets into the rock and scrapes a bit off. But it is hard because that rock's like concrete, they nicknamed it. So. Hear it grind and you know you're on that shell grit sandy rock. That's what it's like, it's shell grit rock, yeah. I was going to go and find you a bit on the beach here. There's lumps of it and show you what it actually is. I might do that in a minute.
I'll go and have a look.
Yeah. All right, Master Yoda. The apprentice will keep spinning until I pass out. Yeah. Oh, yeah, don't spin around here too much. It's like, what do you call that drunk game? You spin around and let them go.
Hitting the tail on the donkey.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it was before. I bloody near passed out and went down. Like if you had a proper auger, it might go through, I'm not sure. See, this one's starting to stick a little bit at the bottom of the bore casing. You just got to watch you don't, you bring this up hard, you'll bring that bore casing back out. Like bringing up, buddy. Oh yeah, there's nearly half an auger. Look how wet it is. It's starting to get into water. Here comes Bob with a lump, but this is only a thin piece, but it can be from that thickness to a foot, he reckons. He'll bring it to show you while I'm working the banger. I'd say we might have a piece that might be a foot thick the way it's going. I'd say we're about 50 mils into it, or 60 mils into it. You might, yeah, that's it. Can they see it? I'll just go around and check. Yeah, that's it. See, and that can be a foot thick. And that one's there, what? 10 mil.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's.
Yeah, look at that, but and when it's hard, this has had water on it from the tides and everything, so softened up a bit, and that's what you got to go through, compacted shell rock. Alright, I'll bloody switch that off, hey, and they don't want to watch too much more, that's sort of, right, say it again, I'll bring it a bit close.
We just put some grass down, which picks up finer silt out of the bore. Helps the auger pick it up.
Yeah.
Enough. And down the auger goes.
And we drop a double bunger down there.
Yeah.
And she shoots out bloody sparks and no, just like Bob said, everything helps.
It's quicker with a couple of sticks of gelignite, but it makes a bit of a mess.
All part of the initiation. What happens when you're offline, the auger catches on the bottom of the I'm pulling a pull through from a rifle there with a bit of shell in there anyway.
Bit of moisture. I feel like it's grinding.
It was. It doesn't take much, but just that first little layer that the thing's softened, and then you can see it's doing something. See it's shining the edges up.
Yeah.
So it's dropping into it a bit, eh? Oh, she's going down. A little bit. I might have lifted it up, but where's she going? Now you're talking to her. Going now. Still going. Yep, about a quarter of an inch at a time. Either that or the sands just vibrate. I think it's going down. Got to keep tapping that ball case down. I think it's going. Definitely. Oh yes. Good, that might do it. Seems to be straightening up a bit too.
You don't want to try and do too much because you can
Split them.
well yeah, you can fold the bottom in of the and then you can't get your auger down of course.
Yeah,
so
righto.
you've got to
See
go-
here, that what Bob's saying, you don't want to hit it too much because it folds the bloody bottom of this casing in, isn't it?
your slots, yeah.
Yeah, that's the idea of not cutting them. Don't cut your first slots till up here, so it keeps this strong, isn't it?
Yep.
And you put a little sharpen, because otherwise you're trying to bulldoze that down, whereas you just trim that round with the angle grinder, it's a little bit sharper. I don't know if it helps, but it all helps, I think.
Doesn't hurt.
No, all right, we'll switch her off and switch her on again when there's something new. Just getting me breath. Rain wasn't built in a day, but Bob wasn't foreman then either.
No, that's right. Took me nearly a week to build Rome.
But that's what you need, them blocks. You need a good block of wood to belt it down with. Probably, and longer, so you can hang on to it away from the, otherwise you keep dropping it when the hole's down, you got to crawl down and get it out all the time. As we did.
No, I'm fishing.
They won't see you up there.
I tell you what, that's a lesson learned. I had to bend this to get into the boat,
Yeah.
and now I can't get the bend out of it.
You'll have to heat it up again with the oxy.
Yeah.
With your pop flame and just, I think that's what they do. They can get the bend corners and everything with that
Oh,
when they warm it up. You're on augering. Oh, she's getting wetter. You going to drop it down or?
yeah, we'll have a look.
That'll show you how deep it is, see? How long is that bit?
I know, but it's on the bottom there. See it there.
That's how deep she is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 metres would that be? Or a bit more.
There it is.
Then they're about that much wet stuff. 100 mil or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Now I've got to put the auger down. Again. I know you've probably seen it. Just let you know we're still going.
Did you tap the ball down again, Casey?
No? Might have swelled there. Seems to be, oh, I've built, this sand's been built up, see? It seems to have gone down, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must have, because look. Where would it drop down there?
Unless it's Constantine, but then you wouldn't get the auger down. Now you're down to where?
Hey?
Right down. 4 inches already. 100 mil if you
No one us. We struck her and she's 600 feet through the hardest bit on the coast. We're going down. Making a grinding noise, isn't she?
Yeah.
No, too exciting. I can rest when I'm dead. I'll switch this off now. That was a good exciting bit. Yes.
Lovely view.
The work environment here. And that's how calm it is, and we're putting the bore down. Bob's camp's just there. The master himself and his gear. And we try and put them in an area that we can remember where they are. The lower, you could put one out there on that sand there, see, and you're what, metre and a half lower.
That's too easy.
That's right, yeah, that's right, you can't be doing it easy, and then when you get a big cyclone comes in, it exposes everything. So yeah, oh how good. Big old, see these big old girls? That's where you're looking for it, underneath them big old trees. Oh, there was a boat went down before, could have been fisheries. See the dragonflies, sign of the dry season. As I've said before, right, I'll shut this down, and that was a little spell. We knocked the bore casing, what, down? Nearly 6-8 inches? We tapped it down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, see that thing there? That's what he's putting down. That's going down that hole. That's what we like to hear. Yeah. Bob's a bit confused. He's nearly in round. Well, he's never looked down one with a torch, and he sees there's bubbles down there. So it might be when he's buddy dropping them up here in camp, and they're slowly working them down through the atmosphere. But it's still hard augering. Oh look. Oh, that's a bit more than we had before. Yeah, and 150 mil. What do you reckon? Do you double that and you can bail?
Yeah.
Ooh. So keep digging.
Yeah.
Keep dropping the plunger, or just dig with the auger again?
Oh, I'll drop the plunger first.
Righto. Righto, we got to get double that. We got about, what was that, 150 mil of wet stuff?
Yeah.
You need about 300, and then you can start plunging the bore, isn't it?
Bailey.
Bailey.
Same shit.
Yeah. Righto, I'll turn this off and we'll just film you. This is what Bob's just heating this so he can flatten it out, and it goes in a tin as your bailer. But the wind's playing up with his gas oxy here. Oh, you're starting to get a bit of colour on her. Flames!
Bloody wind.
Might want a bit more, does she?
Yeah. Started to flatten, but bloody wind's the problem.
Take her up behind your tent maybe, out of the breeze.
Don't do this at home.
Yeah, kids, if you're watching, We've got our safety gear on and everything. Proper PPE, flame retardant breeches, and we're only in 40 knots to make a challenge. Yeah, he's just heating the end of it up and then he's just going to squash it flat so it sits inside the tin so you hold more sand when you bail the bore, the hole, bore, well, sand spear, well, all there you go, see, he's pushed it down a bit. You want me to heat it while you push her? Look at that.
We need another 3 inches of that if the wind will hold up.
It's got to sort of look like that bit there on the end of that, but well, this one here, so it goes inside a tin or whatever he's got that he's going to use for his baler. But a tin's a good size. Umper piper's stew or veggies and sausages. But they don't put soup can, yeah. But they don't put the little sausages in like they used to anymore, you're saying?
No. Change the recipe.
Yeah, not as good. Not so good, Heinz or whatever, who's making them. Or why did they come to Australia and change the recipe to what we used to eat? Anyway, that's got nothing to do with putting boars in, but
you got to eat.
yeah, that's right. I'm having a bludge from dropping things and spinning things because I think there's enough water down there now that I don't think it'd stick to the auger. So we sort of go into this process of what it is this hard sand down the bore that's compacted, not quite as hard as the rock, and you've got to loosen it with the dropper and then bail it and get that out, and then eventually it opens it up and then that's the layer. Once you get down this depth, you've got all that layer of compacted sand or whatever it is that the water lays in, and then it comes into your bore. Something like that, isn't it?
Yep.
It's all new to me. I've just been lucky enough to come along and go, oh, there's one, and drop me flopping pump in it. And I've never actually had to partake. My dad's put a few in over the years, but they used to do the big 2 metre square hole and go down and take them like 4 days, didn't it? They do a few hours a day.
Oh yeah.
And I think and then at the last they used a tennis ball and something to keep pouring water down with it, and that must have been part of cleaning the sand out or something as well.
Yeah, you can pump it out.
Yeah, righto. Yeah, Roy used to have like a tennis ball thing.
Yeah, that acts as a valve.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'd never seen it done because they always put them in when I wasn't here. All right, I'll turn this off. But like I said, you want it in pieces. You can make them full length if you want, but it's just hard to transport. The cunning ones, like I have seen up here, that they use that as part of their aerial to put their phone on as well. Because if you go where we camp, you can get phone service. But Starlink's gone away with all those sort of things. All right, I'll turn this off and we'll show you another process when it's done later. Yeah, he's having a little play down the hole again. See how much water's there now. Probably about the same, 150 mil or 200 mil. He's going to play the didge now. It's nice. That bend in that pipe's about the length, the straightness of my bloody bore. No water.
No.
Wonder where that. Did you put it down far enough? might have sealed up. She might need purging. I mean,
Green ants.
oh, there was a big nest of them here when we started, and they into Bob. Oh, there's a bit of water sound. Bit water down there. Exciting, eh? Oh yeah, she's about a couple 100 mil now. Looks pretty clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll switch this off. Sorry, I've said that before, but I'll keep saying it again. Switch it up. And
The bit out.
I'll let you do the first bit. Bob's going to try and get a heap of sand down, going to come down and get him. Oh no, she's good. I'm a cameraman at the moment. Doing anything? You got to have a healthy imagination and a good stroke. You drop that in, that loosens the sand up in that harder sand apparently. Well, we don't really know what it is until we get the first few cupfuls out, or bit out. Now we were saying something about it can get tight in here. You got to get a screwdriver to get it out. But he wants that water.
Never looking into that can.
What is it?
Sand.
Shock a block. Ah.
You want some of it? Yeah, you need it. Maybe that stick there.
Something to clean her out. You got to get a stick to clean this out in here because it jams in. Look at that.
Then maybe that little bit there. Just tap it. That's the trouble.
Got to get her out without wrecking you, buddy. There's a horse coming. American Indians. We're not allowed to say Australian Indians because they're not, apparently. Righto.
Person's a different colour.
Yeah. Straight in like that. So you need some more water down it?
Hopefully we keep
It's not the right colour, but
No.
he's been telling me fibs. He said it was pure white. Like,
You're not allowed to say black or white anymore anyway.
oh, righto, it's
Lighter
he said
colour.
it was a lighter colour of lovely distinction. All good.
Showing me.
Yeah, what's that mean?
It's showing me.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm just process to it, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
And we only just started apparently. We've got to get that there down. And this while you're plundering it like that, sort of helping buddy gets the sand out, gets the aquifers working and let the water in, eh?
Yeah.
That's why the old days they used to love the old percussion drills because they open everything up as they're going.
Them too.
Yeah, that's right. Why is it on camera? I can't spit my words out. They just sort of seize up, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thank your mother for the rabbits, we're done. Tongue tied, that's what it is.
That's it, yeah.
Well, I must have a few tongues that are getting tied, I think. Oh, froth and bubbles. Jesus, yeah, no mucking around with you, old fella, you're on to it.
We went through 3 cans putting lentils all down.
Wore it out.
Yeah, eventually tears. Tapping on it. Yeah, just hang on to that for a sec. Give you a tap in there. Yeah, not too much there.
See that there? Probably kinking the can in and making it sit down slower. Process, eh? I'll get the gun. Rattle her up a little bit more when you come up.
Tap this down. We've done, what, 4 cans?
Yeah. Oh, tap it down, yep.
I should have got a text at while in my searches.
I had one in my hand up there and then just put it back in when I packed the glove box. Yeah, smart I was. But yeah, surely you can see it there. full. Just
Not much in the way of sand in it. A little bit, half a can maybe. You can tell by the sound.
yeah, dong 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 ding dong dong.
There's a go.
Yeah, something like that. Dong dong ding dong 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 something. All right, switch this off. They're getting the idea of it. I think that's the depth we got to go. That's got to end up in the ground.
Right.
So you got to keep barling and tapping, barling, tapping, barling and tapping, and then when you get that down, then you clean it out, and that's it, is it?
Yep.
Okay. So she's a rigmarole. But one good thing is, well, bad thing in the sense that the auger can't pull it out, but good thing is we've got water, some water. Whether it's going to be enough, I don't know. I have no idea. Only the master bloody bore installer knows these things. How you going, guys? We've been at it all day. Apart from me shattering, hitting it, the bore casing too hard with an inadequate, not a proper good lump of wood to spread the load. That bit there, that's what we had to cut off. So what, a 400 mil, we probably would have still been going to get that in, but we got her down. She's in the ground, capped, and that's the depth of water we got at the moment. About 400 mil of water there from the bottom of that dropper. So hopefully Bob's got a join, and we want to get her up about there, so it's about 700, 750, 800 mil of water, and then that's, you get in that amount of water. I hope normally Bob tells me that they're that's not too bad. You can pump it and it stays there. Oh, and of course that puts you down a little bit deeper into the water column, which might allow more flow to come through. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't film the first process, but it was just dig a hole down as a metre and then drop the auger in, you know, say on the first one here, 2, then you go down till it's down, then the third one, then we hit the rock about on the 4th, and then all day we've been just plonking, augering, plonking, baling for probably 6 hours on the baler, then 4 hours anyway, with another few hours to go to finish her up. But we'll be happy if we get the bore case down about that distance. Well, Bob will be. I'm happy now. But that's what's got to do if you want to find water up here. Some spots, I'm told it's a lot easier. This is up there with the hard ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good that I've got the hard one first. So after this, if we ever do another one, it's going to be as equal as hard or less. So, you know, you take the good with the bad. But that's why you can come to these places and stay, because you got the water. Or you got to have a heap of bladders and go back to town every bloody week or 2. Either way works well, but it is handy to have the water right here, because then you can flush your motors on your outboards and everything, then
Flush your undies out.
Yeah, that's I think Bob's making me a cover or not.
Yeah.
Beauty. That's us, Tonk and Bob out today. We'll See you tomorrow sometime, maybe. Down at the old fella's gone and found a joiner. Bugger me, I tried me bugger to finish her off. Right, catch. Morning, Tonk here. On day 3, but we sort of had a half day the first day. Well, a good full day yesterday, mucking around with it. And overnight, it didn't drop, but it made 50 mil. So that's positive. It hadn't gone down and had nothing in it. We'll just take it for today. We're going to put a joiner in, like I said, onto that, and put that next 600 mil in, and I think we probably had enough of it by then. Maybe, see what happens. But just saw a lovely dingo trot down the beach, and I didn't get a photo. The bugger, he saw me, I saw him. By the time I got the camera up, he had 100 yards on me on the beach with a ring of fire coming out his backside, going like hell. Morning, Bob. Bob's up there in the sun somewhere, in his tent, in the Taj Mahal. But it's all action stations here. Oh, well, you're having a couple of miles. I'll have one with you then, I suppose, shouldn't I? So you don't feel like you're drinking tea by yourself. He said, no, I didn't put enough. Don't worry if you haven't got enough water, if you didn't put enough in the jug. That's good. Don't know. I'll take the first decision then. No, thank you. Yeah. So she's, yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't fully inform you on the whole state, but I mean, it doesn't take much to work out how to bolt a 5-piece auger together and dig a bit of a hole for a start without hitting too many roots. You got to sort of get in between the roots and that. So, but I didn't know, and I probably didn't say, I thought once you went through the hard rock it was soft digging, but that's when the fun starts. That's when the hard digging starts, because the water's in compacted sand or shelly, but not as hard as rock, but nearly as hard as rock, and you got to loosen that up to clean the hole out as you go down. So that's been fun. Not. But anyway, it's all part and parcel of it. I'll just let you sit there and see. This is Bob's front door. He's got waterfront, the old codger. Oh, codger. No. Yeah. And me, I'm sitting over there hiding behind the bush. But it's still a nice grassy area, although I'd like this probably better, because if fire gets away, you come back, your camp's still here. Alright, turn this off and I'll show you a bit more progress as we get along later. Just glued the next extension on. When we get that down in the ground, that's about her, and that might take us all day, but I'd say. Or 4 hours at least anyway. But it's just driving it down, as Bob was saying. You need a nice big flat lump of wood that you can put over and take the weight so it sits on it nicely. We just glued it on. We had some old glue that was gluggy. We'll see how it goes. We might have, if she starts falling to bits, we might have to abandon her there and see if she pumps, or wait till we go to town and get some better glue, but that's generally a week or so away. Like we said, we found another one, so we got water, but it's just, it'd be nice to have one at the camp. Righto, then yeah, get that down. What is that, 600 at least. This on the beach, it's got chains and small tyres, and it's been like on a buoy, you know, for or tied to something. She's a bit soft, so don't know what it is. Anchored both ends, so we're going to try and pump her. Bob's doing the last, well, not the last, but one of the last bales. We're just worried we're going to split the pipe or something. And we got it so close, if we can put a pump in it now and pump it, and it pumps and doesn't run out of water, that'll do us. So So we'll give her a whirl, because we're getting sort of, must be around the 650, 700 mil of water now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Close to. All right, I'm going to get the Toyota and bring her down, and we'll hook the pump. She's away. Bob's holding her there so she don't drop in the sand. Yeah, it is. This is the little pumps we use. Well, Bob first come up with it. If I could read the bloody thing. Around that way. Japs go 11 litres a minute, and it lifts up a fair bit too, and that's the flow you get out of her, and it's slowly clearing up. But I don't want to jinx it, but it's still flowing. Like the other one would have run out of water by now.
Yeah.
Not bad, eh? It's clearing up, Bob, and it's still the same flow. She might be good enough. Touch wood.
You haven't even tapped it down.
Oh yeah, but we've been in water for a friggin' metre or more.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't like to break it. Although you can tap it down, I suppose, but it's just be a shame to bust the case right now. Although you got that bowl below it, that's not good, is it?
No, that's not.
Shit, not bad water. Is it salty? I doubt it. Nah. She's fresh. And she's pumping, just keeping up with her. She's clearing up all the time.
Yeah.
I'd say we're in the good stuff. And that's, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, is.
How you get water on the beach.
And it took about all up with fucking around. Oh, you could do it in one day, like from daylight to dark, but I reckon 2 comfortable days, eh? We put in a few hours today, but a lot of that was driving down the beach, and this is the only thing you got to watch. You got to have a good thick wall bit of suction hose so it doesn't kink off on the pipe, or you have your pump closer so it sits on the top so it's straight, or Bob says an elbow. She's probably backing off a bit of flow because she's kinking off here. I don't know what angle. That's the trouble when it's what angle to shoot at. Yeah, this thing here, see it, you won't see it on the video, but it sucks flat there. Oh.
Definitely clearing.
It hasn't stopped the flow yet.
No.
Instead of taking it out, unbolt everything to get it ready. Take it put away. Oh well, I'll leave it. What do you want to do? Smack it down a bit more? And
Try and tap it down a bit.
just turn this off. I've been. You go buy one of these little pumps and look how where Bob is up there. We're pumping out of the bore and he's filling his bladder up there on his table. So you'd run a shower and
110 litres in there.
yeah, and what's it taking? 10 minutes or so?
Right, that.
Yeah. And she's getting pretty full.
It's full now.
And that's like a bloody near 25-30 metres of hose uphill with a metre or 2 gradient, so she's the other little pumps are good, just lift straight out the bore into a bucket. These buggers will bump it up and pressure it, so he'll be able to put his shower up here somewhere on the flat, maybe over there somewhere or wherever he wants it, and then he can he'll be bloody. Look at the water coming out up there. That's enough to run a shower through a rose. Look at that. See, yeah, look at easy. Even if he didn't have a head on it, he'd give it a squirt. Good enough to cold flush your motor without running it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know about whether the muffs would pick that's enough to run up through the muffs, but good. I used to just cold flush them and just keeps a bit out of them when you get back there hot.
Oh, I've got water in there for me washing too.
Well, you can fill it up if you want while it's going.
Water in there.
Oh.
Forgot about that.
All right, that's. Whew, she's going. Now Bob's going to put an extension on that. Then he's going to bloody cover that over and fill that back in. You won't even know it's there. Look at that. He's watering his tomatoes now. He'll stay until the tomatoes are picked and ready, and a couple of watermelons too. And it's just fucking endless. As long as you got the power to pump it, she just comes out. He's going to have no water in a minute. He's kinked her off. Yeah, he's a cheap shit hose. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you might as well leave that hose here until you get something different, or you, well,
we don't need, we could take this section out.
Yeah. How good is it to have the water and the bore? Look at that, just wash the boat down. Wash the trailer a bit where it might have got a bit of salt around her. Now I just got me bloody thing here to give all the round up in there, a bit of around that, around the lights. I don't think there's much water got around her at all. It's pretty calm today. Gee, beautiful. You just wash it off. Around the back of the boat, a bit of a motor cowling. Sorry about then I just give her a cold flush. You had a bag, you'd put it on the bag. But when you use them every day, it's just as good. Righto. Unclip that. I'll put that up there. Sorry. I've clogged this off here, so that forces it through the head. And what you'll see, because the motor's hot, she'll fill the block up. She'll start running out of there. You see how she's running through? That's going straight through the motor, through the thermostat. Now you see she's filled the block right up to the top. She's throwing through the thermostat. Now she'll run that through, and that's as hot as I can put my foot under. That's bloody 80 degrees, I reckon, nearly, or a bit less. You watch, all of a sudden, you watch here. She'll flush that out, bit of sand coming out, I think, by the looks of it. And all of a sudden, the cool water in the block will slowly, the block will cool off, and she's filling her up. And that will reduce to a little dribble, because the thermostat will shut off then. Here in a minute, as the cold water hits her. See how it's getting reduced already? The thermostat's shutting. The hot block kept the thermostat open, and that allowed it to flush the motor out. Now she's cut right back on the water, and she'll just come through a little dribble because they got a little hole. I'm not sure if they've got a hole in there. And that's it. Now she's coming round. So just that first little bit, you can get onto them while they're hot. They'll flush the motor out for you. Then I'll let that come out here, and that'll flush a bit of salt out of that pipe. Oh, beautiful, sweet water to drink, gosh. Oh, the only thing I'm kicking myself today is I didn't take the wife's camera, because I've seen some beautiful birds up the river that I hadn't sort of seen before. Yeah, look at that. It normally covers her over, and it's all covered and you don't even know it's there. Righto. Catches another day. It was a lovely day today. Got a feed. up the river. But not too bad considering we haven't got any live bait or mullet or anything like that yet. We haven't been able to find any.